What's up, guys? Hey, how we doing? So I had Braden Spangle on a couple weeks ago, did an interview after he got into that fight during Anaheim 2 timed qualifying. Well, I'm a moron. I deleted the interview. I told you guys about it. I had him back on. So this is Braden after the arena cross. This guy's cool. He's a man of few words, but this dude can ride. I hope you enjoy getting to know Braden Spangle. Check out Nano-Extreme. Please send me your address. Please do it in a concise form. Name, address, and email. I will copy and paste it and we'll get your sample out so you don't have to take my word for how good this stuff is. Use it yourself and you tell me whether it works. And when you're ready to buy it, head over to Nano-Extreme and use code Cooksy for free shipping. Check out the Coach Rob podcast. If you haven't checked out the Jeremy Martin one, there is a nugget in there. There's so many good things that Jeremy says. He talks about when he didn't qualify, what Star did to him after that race. So head over to Coach's show. There's some really good stuff in that interview. Jeremy Martin really cut loose, and it was a good interview by Coach. Check out Ride Strapped, best goggles, glasses, shirts, and come hang out with us in Daytona. The day after the Supercross, we're having a cookout in Daytona for Bike Week. Have some drinks, talk some racing, and just hang out. So we'll have a sign-up sheet here pretty soon. That'll be the day after the Daytona Supercross. Precision Transport. Precision Transport is a family-owned shipping company. They will get your stuff where it needs to go. Reasonable pricing, good tracking, just good people over at Precision Transport. So hit up pretransport.com. Motobilia. So Motobilia is such a cool site. By the way, they're giving away a Rick Johnson bad boy jersey. Check this thing out. I'm trying to get Rick to come on the show and pick the member. Like I'm gonna give him the members and to say pick a number between this and this. And Rick Johnson will have this jersey for you guys. Trying to figure out how to do the interview, whether I drive to California and interview him or we do it via Zoom, but trying to hook that up right now. If you need some new gear, check out Alias. Just order it right from their website from Alias and they'll get you dialed in.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
All right, guys. So I have Braden Spangle for the second time, and I promise you I won't delete it this time, dude. How are you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. So for those that don't know, Braden is the guy on Race Day Live who was in the fight out on the track.
Group by the looks of it. Two guys coming together here. He's got him in the headlock right here. That thing's sunk in. Suplex to the ground. Still got the choke locked in. Old buddy here in the red, he's going to get a bit of ground and pound. Oh, one to the ribs, yep. Oh, the boys are just toey this weekend. No one is giving an inch out there. This is awesome.
You raced arena cross this weekend, and you're just a bad dude.
Yeah. Made the trek in to Arizona and raced some of those, and that was a good time.
So how did it go for you? What do you think overall of arena cross? I'm a huge fan of arena cross. I think more guys should go there to make money. Did you make any money?
Yeah, I mean, I had a throwaway moto that cost me a good amount of money, so that didn't help. But yeah, you can definitely make some money doing it.
Now, did you have more fun racing arena cross than supercross? What's a comparison?
It's tough, man. It would be more fun if there was more fans there. It was pretty weak.
It wasn't that, but they were loud, the ones that were there, man. As far as crowds go, let me tell you, this arena cross series, so they sold it right before the season started. They didn't do a very good job promoting in the local areas, so I think attendance was down. Typically, it's a lot higher for arena cross.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I've attended a couple and raced a few where it was pretty much full. So it was just kind of weird being there and seeing a lot of the seats not taken up, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, it wasn't in Prescott. I mean, that's a middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, and I'm used to Supercross, so.
But what's funny to me is you can make as much money there as you can at a Supercross, but you look at the size and you go, wonder where all that money's going.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the top, just depends how far you're traveling and what round, but if you're in the top 6, you can make some money in arena cross. Definitely more than Supercross.
So let's go back to Anaheim 2. Walk me through that situation. How did you end up in a wrestling match on the track?
So it was qualifier 2. I was barely in the show with my lap beforehand, and there was a red cross flag out for a long time during our practice. So every lap I'd come around to lay down a fast lap, I couldn't jump the rhythm because there's a red cross. And so finally the cross went away. I looked up at the board and it said like 1 minute left. So I got close to the checkered and I seen that kid like pretty close to me. So I almost came to a stop in the turn before the finish to like give myself some space. And I would do that for anyone, not just because it was him, but I just want to get a clean lap in, and that's how you do it. So I gave him a good, I'd say probably 6 seconds. I don't know. And sure as crap, caught 3/4 of the way through my lap, and there was a long rhythm, and I went 3 out, and he didn't. So I caught him right there, and he claimed that I hit him in the turn, but there's like videos showing I didn't touch him. So I pass him, I get through the rhythm, and then the main line was 2-3-1 to the inside, and then it was a roll 2 out. And I rolled to the inside, and he jumped straight to the inside and basically teed me up. So my hands blew off the bars, and the only thing on my mind was like finish the lap because I had a really good lap going. And I go to like take off it was a roll 2, and I rolled, and I went to go 2, and all of a sudden my bike was just gone. I got drilled again. Yeah, I ended up landing on the back of his bike on the ground, and the wheel was like spinning on my butt, my back. And honestly, from there, there wasn't much thinking going on after that.
And I found it funny that the week before the arena cross, you shared a room with the only other dude I know that was fighting this year, and Chance Blackburn. What's with you guys staying together? Is that like you guys fighters just bond together or what?
Yeah, me and him have been buddies for a long time, actually. He lived in the same spot I did back home in Washington. And yeah, he does a lot of MMA. I do a lot of boxing, so I don't know.
Yeah, he told me he's a wrestler. And I remember when he fought, and I lobbied so hard at Arena Cross, but the rule book says when you fight, you're supposed to get suspended for the entire season. So I was like, okay, so you don't let him race tonight, but you're good. And you didn't get any repercussions, right?
They just DQ'd me from racing. And then other people were saying I didn't make the show, which technically I didn't because they took away my fast lap, but then they took away my other lap because of I failed post sound from qualifying.
That's right. You told me that last time, and I forgot to mention it. That's insane to me that they're still checking sound so hard and taking fast laps when they have monster trucks in these same stadiums like the week before. And I promise you, they're a lot louder than dirt bikes. Did many other people get sound checked?
Yeah, they do like I don't know how many they do a weekend post practice, but I think they randomly do it.
Doesn't feel so random to me. I feel like they pick out particular.
Yeah, especially after my incident, and then I randomly get post sound right after that.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing about you that blew me away is you told me you didn't even start riding until you were 16, right?
Yeah, yep.
Now, and then like within like was a year, some crazy number, you were racing Loretta's in the A class or pro class?
It was 3 years, so I was 16, 20, the end of 2015 is when I started riding, and then I made it to Loretta's in 2018.
Wow, dude. I'm sorry, but that is mind blowing. This is a sport where people usually, if you start after the age of 10, it's almost too late to become a top pro. But you're on this trajectory to where now, I mean, you're 26, you've been doing it a little bit, but not really. I mean, in the big scheme of things, you're brand new to this thing and you are flying. You're making night shows, battling up front at the arena cross. And that's what blew me away at the arena cross is you're running up there. You got fifth in one main and you were battling with Freezy, B-Ray, and some big heavy hitters. And you're on a 250 at altitude.
I was actually on a 450.
Oh, were you? Oh, okay.
I got 1 day on the 450 before that race. Like the Thursday before, I got to do 1 day on it. And I mean, I didn't even have my bars. It was just thrown together last second and threw my 250 suspension on it and just kind of sent it. But
wait, you had 250 suspension on a 450. You know that's not the right combo, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I didn't know it was so high in elevation there, and I was like, well, if I bring my 250 there, I'm going to be on a huge disadvantage. So I never rode my 450 on that type of stuff, so I just kind of threw it together and won it.
So in high school, you said you played football and was it basketball?
Yeah, mainly basketball.
So you're a basketball guy. Do you think you're good enough? Were you going to get a scholarship and then you just chose to go racing?
I think, well, so when I started racing, I was, or started riding, I was a sophomore, I think. So, I mean, basketball wise, I was like super short. And I mean, I was starting on varsity. We were 4A. So, I mean, I grew a lot the next 2 years, and that's when I wasn't playing basketball anymore. I was just riding. So, I mean, I definitely think I would have had something, but I'm not a school guy. I would have been doing excavation or plumbing with my dad. So I went with the dirt bike route.
Yeah. And after I did the show, you had some people reach out to you. Is that a Black Rifle hat you're wearing?
No, I wish.
Oh, they're going to help you out, right? Black Rifle
Uh,
Coffee?
yeah, not Black Rifle,
Or
but yeah,
I'm sorry, Race Fuel.
yeah,
Race Fuel Coffee. They sent me some stuff too. I feel like such a dick. I just got that wrong. Race Fuel Coffee, people, not Black Rifle. Race Fuel.
yeah. No, they helped me out at Glendale, and those guys are super cool.
Now, when we talked last time, when I deleted it, my God. So people thought I did that on purpose, huh?
Yeah, I had some people that were pretty mad.
Oh, well, tell those people I was just as mad. I spent $100 on software trying to recover it. I felt like a big dumbass. Like, yeah, that was the only one I've ever had that happen on. And I told you, I was like, dude, you got an open invitation. You come on whenever you want. I'm so sorry. I did a whole segment just trying to remember what we had talked about. And so, what's the rest of your season going to look like? Are you going to the Texas round?
I'm not. It's just so much money to go drive. I mean, 18 hours there, 18 back. I If I had more support to do so, yes, but it's hard to justify a triple crown for, $1,000 for the night show to make all that happen. If it was a little bit easier, I definitely would, but I don't think we'll be at Arlington. I think our next round would be Seattle.
For those that don't know, your hometown is Spokane. Is that right?
Yeah, Spokane.
So you and Blackburn are both from Spokane, right?
Yep.
So where do you go from here in your career? Like, so you turned pro last year, and you told me you took some flack riding futures.
Yeah, I had some people like call me out online for being, I don't know how old I was, 23 in the futures class. And I mean, there's literally no other way to get your supercross license. So I had to go top 10 a few of those, and then I got my license. So
And then instantly, so the only night show you haven't made was the one you got DQ'd at, right?
yeah,
That's crazy that you started this late in life and you're that good, man. I'm telling you, you have something special, and I hope you keep racing and keep pushing this thing. You're going to go, so your next round will be Washington, and then you're going to go to Colorado, and then Utah.
yeah,
Is that
that's the plan.
okay?
I'll I'll be back home in Washington, so it's like I won't be able to ride that much. So just depends on the weather and if I can be prepared to go spend money to race.
So what do you do during the off season for money? Do you race fair races? What are you going to do for those months after? You're going to go race outdoors?
Oh, dude, outdoors sucks. I finished in the mid 20s and I made like $450, and my entry was like 300. So it's like
Oh,
you don't even, unless you're like on a team or you got some solid support getting you there, there's no reason for me to go do that. But I do a lot of the fair races, travel around doing those a lot, and then I do a lot of excavation during the summer for my dad.
nice. Do you do that the PIR race, the money race on Thursday?
Dude, I've not done that one time.
What? That one pays really good, and with your skill set on that's it's almost like a hybrid. It's almost like a super motocross track where it's like super crossy, but then it's outdoors.
Yeah, no, it's either I'm stuck between I don't want to get hurt before Washougal or because that track gets pretty hairy. It's hard to see for me at least, and the dirt's super dark, and I don't know. I'll definitely be doing it this year though.
That is one thing I noticed when I was there. I remember that there's that huge jump on the one side, and I remember looking at it going, "Dear Lord, I can't even see." And I thought
Yeah,
maybe it's just my eyes, but if you guys are all saying that too, like it's yeah, that dark dirt and those big jumps, but it pays pretty well.
yeah. If you're up in the front, it pays pretty good, but I don't know. I just haven't done it. I'm definitely gonna do it this year though.
Yeah, I would put more emphasis on that from what you're talking about the money wise. Like I would worry more about that race than because I remember the year that I went and watched it, Dare D. Martel went out and won it. He didn't even race Washougal. He didn't care. He won the big money.
Yeah, no, I mean you're 100% right.
So now that you got a taste of arena cross, what do you think? Are you gonna be a season regular? What are we gonna do? I know they were happy to have you there.
Yeah, if I could somehow find a team or someone to help me go do all of them, I would way rather do that, you know? It's more fun racing up in the front. Like I wasn't up there throughout the main event this weekend because I just kept getting altitude sickness, but at at first I would be up there and then they would drop me.
Yeah, what was the altitude up there? Do you know?
It was almost 6,000, I think. 5,800.
Wow, that's crazy. I normally get altitude, but then I wasn't riding. I was just walking around, so I didn't get altitude sickness.
I I don't ever get it. I don't know why I was getting it. Just like halfway through the main events, I would just start yakking in my helmet.
Really? You were
Yeah,
throwing up in your.
I get lightheaded, and then it would just go downhill from there, and I just have to suffer it out. It sucked.
Man, the thing that I like about arena cross is it's kind of old school. There's a lot of banging. You guys slam each other. I didn't see any fights off the track. I mean, there may be some, but it's hard racing. But man, they take care of you guys. Like Sean, the race director. Do you feel more appreciated at those events?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Sean's a super good guy, and even the first time I ever went there, he was super cool to me. And I mean, they definitely take care of you and want racers and spectators there, so they take pride in what they do.
Yeah, and I think that series now that with this new ownership and now that they know what they're doing, I really think it's going to be big next year. And I saw Michael Hicks boxing his bike up in some sort of a case. Did you see that?
Yeah, I think I don't know what they have going on. They haul around these cases that you can like put all of your stuff in and they bring it to each round for you, I think.
Arena Cross the series does for you?
Yeah, so they'll haul it to each round and then you show up, undo your box, and then put your stuff back together. If I'm pretty sure that's what they do.
I think that's what it is too. And I should have asked, but he was busy tearing it apart and I didn't want to bother him. But yeah, I think if you did something like that, that would make it way easier. Go figure. A series actually helps the competitors get there. What a thought.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, any sponsors you want to give a shout out to? Any special thanks for getting you out? You did the West Coast rounds out here. You did Arena Cross, and now you got a little break. So you're off until Washington. Do you have any races in between that you got an eye on?
No, I was actually scrolling on my phone the past couple days trying to scope something out, but I can't find anything that's not just a local race, you know.
Okay. So anyone that wants to pay Braden to come race their race, how can they get a hold of you?
Instagram, Braden Spangle _113. Facebook, Braden Spangle. My email is BradenSpangleRacing@gmail.com. And yeah, anywhere I'll see it.
250, 450, you don't care?
No, dude. I'll ride a horse for money. I don't care.
What if the Arena Cross series, because they had a hard time getting guys riding e-bikes, what if they called you to ride a Stark in Daytona? Would you go?
Yeah, I'd go. I mean, expenses covered.
If they
Yeah.
can cover your expenses, you're in for the Stark. You're going to go give Michael Hicks the business, huh?
Yeah, I've never rode one, but it'd be fun.
I love it. You'll just race anything wherever. Just show me the money, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Braden, thank you so much. I promise you this one will not get deleted and it will be up there. And Yeah, man, I thank you very much. I love what you're doing out there, living the life. And I really think that you got something special starting at this later age like this. You're going to be able to go into your mid 30s if you so choose. And I think you're just starting to scratch the surface of what you're capable of, my man.
Yeah, no, I made some big improvements even just from last year to this year, and every year it gets better. I mean, just the more help I get, the more I know I can do. So I think I could do a lot better.
Yeah. And I saw you just from when I started paying attention after Anaheim. I think you got better in 2 weeks. Like it was crazy. I watch you in practice figuring stuff out, and you really have whatever it is, that natural skill where you can, I don't know how some people can judge the rhythms really quickly and scrub and stuff. You seem to catch on really quick.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, coming from Supercross to Arena Cross, it was a little bit easier. I mean, that 3-4, I did that first lap in the rhythm match.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. And but I'll tell you what, those arena cross whoops, I went and walked them afterward. They're pretty legit, man. Those are gnarly. Was that tough?
yeah, yeah. There's some rounds of Arena Cross that their whoops are way scarier than Supercross. It just depends how they build them.
Yeah, and that catapult, that finish line jump was no joke. That thing was big. I know it's easy, but that was big, man.
Yeah, that thing was pretty big.
Did you throw any whips off it?
Dude, I haven't thrown many whips. I ate it in a best whip contest a long time ago,
Oh,
and I'll send you the clip. It was a pretty good one, but I landed it 3 times, and then in the finals I got one run in, landed it, and they didn't give me the win because I crashed on the last one.
oh, yeah. Old school, it was all about crowd applause. And if you crashed, you always won.
So I
So,
haven't thrown many lately. I might have threw one over the finish, but
all right, brother. Well, hey, thank you very much. I appreciate